Hello, everyone. Hi, my name is Shaka Brown. I'm an independent business owner. I'm also part of the 3D Empire. I'm a part of the family unit. I'm also hooked up also with Team Positive. Just want to give a shout out to you all out there. Now, I am putting together this small training, and I'm entitling this small training Presentation Etiquette. This is very important, what I'm about to share with you. Please listen and take notes of what I'm about to say. This is very important. Now, I did write down a few points. Now, I'm just going straight into this. Whenever there's a presentation going on, it doesn't matter where it is. It can be in a house. It can be in a gym, in a mall. I mean, not a mall, but in a hall or in a hotel. The idea is this: there are several people there to listen to the presentation. Now, there could be several IBOs there, and you're all bringing a guest to this presentation. And this was what needs to be happening. Number one, you need to honor the position of the presenter. You may not like the presenter, but you need to honor the position of the presenter. He's working with you. He is presenting the opportunity that is there to help change and make the lives of these guests better. And he's presenting on your behalf. So that position needs to be honored. Number two, no talking during the presentation. In other words, IBOs do not gather together in a corner or someplace, whatever, and begin talk about the weather or even the business. They should, whenever the presentation is going on, no talking. I experienced this. I was giving the presentation, and a bunch of IBOs were talking, and they were talking loud enough that their voice carried over into the presentation. I had to turn and tell them to be quiet. The presenter should never have to do that. It gives a bad image of the business to the people that have come to hear what you're presenting. It's not very professional at all. That has to stop. Number three, sit with your guests and pay attention to the presentation as though it's the first time you've heard it. Yes, you've heard it many times. You've been to several meetings. You've heard the video recordings. But this time here is for the guests. Forget about yourself. It's for the guests. You're sitting here with your guests. You're there to help them to understand what is going on. That's what the presentation is for. It's to show them a better way for them to live. Okay? Be prepared. Be prepared. Now, let's get into some papers here. This is the quick start guide. I printed out several of these, taking the time, and I stapled them, and I keep them in my attaché case. So I got my quick start guide with me, right? Several of them. I've also printed out this. This is the product sheet. It's stapled together. What I have in here is the compensation plan. I have the compensation plan in here. I also have the compensation plan comparisons, and I have the diagram of the 3 gets 3 gets 3. I have all the stuff. So now, if I go to a house meeting or any type of presentation that's going on, I got these tools. So now I'm taking care of my guests, of the guests that I brought there. So now I can give this to my guests, so they have something now to take home in their hands. Because every time they sit down with it, they can see this. Let's say they haven't made a decision that night. They have this information at home to go through, and then they can contact me back and say, hey man, this stuff doesn't bother me. Let's sit down and have a second talk or a second look at this. So this is very important. Those 4 steps are very important. Number one, honor the position of the presenter. Do not talk during the presentation. Sit with your guests and give complete attention to the presentation and be prepared. Have those papers ready. You know what, man? We want to take this to the next level. And for this to happen, this has to happen. This presentation etiquette has to happen. We have to work together because we want to get to the next level. Summer's coming up, man. Summer's coming up, and we want to be ranked up to the next level. And I believe that this is going to help everyone. Once again, my name is Shaka Brown. I thank you very much for listening to this. I pray and I hope that this has brought value to you. Any more questions, please feel free to contact me. We'll talk to you soon. Keep building your business.